Let's do it right this time. I'm an adult. I can solve puzzles. Sometimes with help. That should be like the little back of the shirt. Sometimes I need help. Okay, I see him. He's kinda chunky, isn't he? His belly coming out there. Just in this area. Not there. Not there. You gotta be right on par with this, huh? I don't remember. It was over that way more. Oh, let me do it there. I won't end up doing this again just because I can't memorize where those damn waves were. I'm gonna take a pit. Don't worry, Shinozaki, I'm pulling you up. Shinozaki, good, at least she's still got a pulse. Come on, breathe already, damn it. You didn't. If she had a pulse, you technically didn't need to give her CPR. God, don't worry me like that. You back with me now? So tell me, why the hell did you jump into the pool? You called me out there, didn't you? What? I heard your voice, so I ran outside, and after that I don't remember much else. The next thing I knew, my vision was all of this sickening green color. My mouth was full of water. God damn it, was this the work of those ghost skin? Can't believe they can trick us so easily. There's gotta be something in that pool. Ugh, it stuck in on my tooth. Oh god, it's like algae or something spit. I wonder if the showers still work. Well, that one's not gonna work. It's got a broken fucking pipe. Nothing. Can't get rid of this horrible taste and I smell absolutely putrid. I hate this. Oh, baby, stop crying. Hold on, Iris wants it. Yeah. Alright. How does she think I feel? Shinozaki, how about we go into the rain and wash ourselves off a little? Though I don't know how much help rainwater will be for getting that taste out of your mouth. Well, she can open her mouth. Okay. Alright then, let's go. After this, I guess we'll need to figure out how to dry our clothes. Stop being babies, you'll be fine. Feeling better? Yeah, surprisingly, I was able to rinse out my mouth pretty thoroughly. Where are you? That's good. So Shinozaki, while I was out here, I came across a room in the back that I'd kind of like to check out. I'll go with you. That's probably for the best. Alright, let's do it. You can't come in right now, Iris. He's gonna feed you. Iris really wants in the room, but she's about to get fed. Poor confused puppy wants to be with mom so bad, but nope, gotta eat food. This is nice. Mitsuki Kamijo. Kanzuki Saito. Tsukasa Tsuruta. Rune Tanaka. And I need to find something in the pool. Get in here. No, that's correct. Yes. What is this thing? Some kind of handle? Aha. Okay. Oh, that's as far as it can go, I think. It's too rusted to turn anymore. Alright. What that did. Oh. Heavenly Hose Elementary School Class 1 at Tokiko Tsuji. The bag appears to contain a severed human tongue. Ugh. It's a girl's name. Fun. You poor crumpled mass of whoever you were. Which one do we give it to? Well, I don't think that one, but I'm gonna... One needs her whole skull back. One needs an eye. Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm guessing the one who has a face still? But I remember her wanting an eyeball. So I'm gonna go for the headless girl. Got no head above her chin. How am I supposed to know whose tongue we've got? Pull out the tongue back. Sure! Little girl spirit is staggering towards Ayumi, blood's gushing from her gaping cross-section of a head as she walks. Please be the right one. This is yours, isn't it? I'm giving it back. Offer the spirit Tokiko's tongue. Girl sputter. What happened? If the ghost is headed this way, we have to run. Run where? Sir, ma'am. Okay. We'll fall. Weep, weep. Here we go again. Where the hell is it gonna take us this time? Where your friends was splattered. The floorboards beneath that wall. Right under her globby entrails. Where the floor dips and the blood pools. Drip, drop, drip, smell, smell, icky, icky. Get in there good and dig it out. Ooh, mean. You get a good laugh out of this, you sick son of a bitch. God, if that's where it is. I'm not sure we can ever bring ourselves to get it. Do it fucking anyway. Is someone there? Moshige, you're alive. Ah, Kushinuma, and our class rep. I'm very glad to see you both safe and sound. What happened? It's a long story, so where have you been? I was in the second wing until a short while ago, but suddenly lost consciousness. And when I woke up here, it felt as if the air had somehow changed. Oh yes, and I did briefly cross paths with Mochida and his sister. You did? So they're okay too? They are, though when I ran into Mochida's sister, it seems she and her brother had parted ways. Morishige? What is that in your hand? Ah. Mochida appears to be grasping a blood-soaked pouch in his hands. This. I have found it under the floorboards in the hallway. Just up these stairs. Is this some kind of charm? Do you want it? Please take it. I'm merely searching for a certain someone, so I have no need for charms at the present time. You see the tongue with this heavenly host murder victim sealed in a small hemp bag. As with the others, there's a student ID name to the front. Yuki Kano. Well, I should be going. Is something wrong, class rep? You look like you've seen a ghost. Ah yes, one more thing. Mochida said we should all try to meet in classroom 1A. Oh, okay. I'm guessing. It wasn't from, you know, Suzumoto's spot. Maybe it shifted over a few feet and he got it from there. I mean, if he didn't, then... That really freaked me out. Did you see his hands? They were covered in blood. Excuse me. Get him back. This girl's missing an eye. All we've got is thing. Is that going to be enough? What do we do? Yes. The girl lowers her head and begins rocking slowly back and forth. Yuki Kano. This is for you. It's yours, isn't it? Offered the spirit Yuki's tongue. Thank you. Thank you very much. We did it. Shinozaki, all three of them. All that's left is the girl in the No, no more! Every time I talk to these ghosts, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to death myself. Do you have any idea what that's like? I keep picturing how I'll look when I'm dead, and I'm not even trying. It just pops into my head all of its own, and it's such a horrible image. I want to go home. I just want to go home, back to my mom and my sister, and Mochida. Shinozaki. Alright, next one is mine then, okay? So just try to pull yourself to get. What? God damn it, not again. This one's big too. Oh. Oh. Oh, she's on the move! Oof, was I knocked out? Where am I? Is this our classroom? No foolin'. Shinozaki. Hey, wake up. She's breathing at least. Shinozaki, come on, wake up already. Kishinuma. Take a look around. I can hardly believe it myself, but here we are. No way. We're back for real? Is this really our school? It's really. Check it out. Here's my desk. Mine too. It's right here. I can't believe it. It's true. Hey, we made it. We're home. We're home. Fuck yeah. Suck on that, world. I don't trust it. I never thought I'd live to see home again. Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yui or anyone else, huh? Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor has likely gone home. The lights are out and the halls are pitch black. Only the red glow of the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from the quaint and quiet darkness of the school hallway. Standing around the darkened corridors of the school building at 8 in the evening just feels so surreal. The thunder and the rain grow in intensity. The windows begin to condense with moisture, turning white in contrast to the corridor's sea of black. Is this reality? Was everything up until now just a dream? Where am I right now and what am I doing? Shinozaki, what's wrong? What? What the hell's this? It's not over, is it? Why isn't it over? Why? Damn it. Gasp, it's you. No. Go back, don't come any closer. Find her eyeball. It was a rainy evening after school just like this one. One day I was kidnapped. I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning. Why is she telling us this? I have no idea. I didn't want to see her face. But after school I decided that instead of going home, I'd park myself in the outdoor walkway for a little and watch the rain. I'm good. Everything's good. That's when Mr. Yoshikazu showed up. He sat down next to me. I told him all about my fight with Mom, and he listened really closely and just kept saying, uh-huh, uh-huh. He was sick and couldn't speak much, you see, but he was a very kind man. I really liked him. But then... You two are nice people, and I'm so sorry. She's so tiny, she must be 5th grader? Yuki Kano, right? Thank you for what you did back there, for making the effort to help those of us who were killed at that school. Didn't we succeed, though, so why are you still here? No, you didn't. But we returned your tongues, we gave you back your ability to speak out, and we even got your murderer to repent for what he did. Is it just that we can't forgive him, no matter what? Appeasing us isn't about forgiveness. It doesn't matter if we forgive or not. Repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's a sole act capable of moving us. and we exist as fragments of the sacred ground upon which Heavenly Host is sealed. I believe that moving us is your best course of action. But it's not enough. His repentance just wasn't enough. So you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you? That's not... Huh? So what then? What do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that good forsaken place? You child spirits are the one who summoned us there, aren't you? That's not true. The hell do you mean by that? We're just the cogs that help hold the closed spaces together. But you killed Suzumoto, didn't you? Wait. Huh? Let's hear her out. I'm just glad I was able to give even the two of you back to safety. Why the hell are you suddenly so concerned about us? I heard about a situation like this from my sister once. A lost soul whose life was ended violently and abruptly, leaving her with a mountain of worries and regrets. It's kind of like stopping short of the edge of madness, with all sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around in your head. Your kindly nature and your sudden hatred and panic begin to spin around and around, and you just start acting out without any sort of control. Your sister, some kind of medium or something? Yeah, something like that. So what you're saying is this little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin? I feel for you. I really do, so please bring the rest of them back. Mochida, Misuhi, and everyone else too. Bring them all back home. Come on, you can do it, right? I don't think that's possible anymore. Why not? Those closed spaces have eaten a lot of innocent souls, far too many in fact. The grudges of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left. And because the agony and pain has nowhere else to go, it's begun feeding on the minds and souls like us who are bound there. It won't be long before I turn back into a vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy. So we're going to lose you as an ally then. So why don't you just hurry up and bring them home right now? Isn't there any way for us to save Mochida and the others? There may be one way. Well, what is it? I think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces. Find all 4 of us Heavenly Host serial kidnapping and murder victims, and put us all to rest. Then the closed spaces won't have their cogs anymore, so they'll begin to fall apart. And you just might get your friends back. You expect us to go back? And this time, instead of just having one person left to appease, we have to go back to the drawing board and appease all 4 of you? Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What is there to hide? It's just something I don't want to remember, but if you really want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything what happened. Okay. Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant their 2 beings seemed to merge together into a single mind. What's going on? Shishinozaki. It hurts, it hurts! Well, we'll see. Huh? What happened to me? Didn't I pass out, so why am I fully aware right now? Can't see a thing and I can't move. It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired, sleep paralysis, I think. Where? Why can't I move? Sachiko, she's this like little girl in the red dress and the only survived the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School. Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I find about them from newspapers reports of the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes a stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as a primary focus for public interest, with all other details faded into the background. So of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history or whereabouts, there was simply no data to be had. I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and 2 girls in here aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in the Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive. Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawled out on the floor, and so am I. That's the reason I can't move. Somebody please save me. Ayumi. She gasps. No, stop. No, please, no. Here I am. I can't see. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. And since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either. And that just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. The helpless cries of the other children echo the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared. It feels like my head's going to explode. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie me, cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet, please. Nope. I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in the response was the man walking away from me. In order, okay? In order. I've never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror cutting through air like a perfect sin wave. It's the boy at the end. It feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. Oh my god, what the hell is he doing to him? No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? It's been at least a half an hour now. Those inhumane screams of the young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is next to scream for her life, and symphony goes on. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it! It's still going on. Come on, just die already. Die already. God, what is wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noises stopped and the room grew quiet again. Those footsteps are getting closer. All my hair is standing on end at this point. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen, like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea. In order, God, why am I relieved by silence? The kid next to me just died. Which means it's my turn now. Someone's got me by the hair, they're pulling my head up. And taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. The 4 missing children were found in a basement room of Heavenly Host Elementary School, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected with some hesitation on the man's part, however, as deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malice intent. The official cause of death for the 3 murdered children had been listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue, but the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, or even so pleasant, if you can believe it. The following details have been extrapolated from the information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlets. These details of the crime are based on official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcibly dug out. His disregarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, so to such extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away, with my blindfold removed. The sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could possibly have imagined. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl, her face dyed red with blood of her victims. Oh dear. She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. She was opening and closing the bloody scissors over and over again. The sound kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thorough blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. How? Why? Why is it you? No. The third victim was stabbed in the left eye in an indeterminate number of times, until her eyeball became soup-like inconsistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in a horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking to me and makes it clearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every bone of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. But it was through her tearful, frightening testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagihori was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for the information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshiku's sentencing. Therefore, it comes to no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed. And therefore, I cannot help but consider alternative possible explanations, and I remind you this is mere conjecture. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of the 3 victims? Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. Despite his childlike reversions, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man would commit these unconscionable atrocities. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around this same time that Principal Takemine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in the most peculiar way, and not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by. If he could wind up in such a beleaguered state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking at the curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it had opened its doors to the day it closed them forever. Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some sort of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. I believe I may have found a clue that would shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down but demolished altogether, another school built in its place. It's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now. Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime. Excuse me. Alright. I think I'm going to stop there, though. Because I think I've already read enough for today. And we only got one chapter left, but we do have all the extras I'll also be doing. So that'll add to it tomorrow when I come back. So for now, I thank you for watching. This is getting interesting. We'll see you next time.